amazing host, and he's gonna have many more amazing people on his show. And I just hope that you guys grow with him on his journey. And we never know how big this is gonna get. So let's just see where you take this. Take this Juice 2.0.
All right.
Bizo la me ke bofelo ke batla go tshwana le tshepo ke batla go tshwana tlhalefo ke spana ka thata ke tinto 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 tinto.
You already started.
You're so funny.
I need you to help me welcome this amazing ball of energy. She's a superwoman. She's making the waves, trailblazers, mavericks in the society. She's the current chairperson of the BNYC. That's the Botswana National Youth Council. And she's also the co-founder of Youth Impact. Without further ado, help me welcome this lovely young lady who is a colleague and super honored to be calling her my friend, Moitshepi Matsheng.
Thank you, TKay, for welcoming me. It's just really great to be here. And hello to the people that are listening as well as viewing.
How you doing?
The show.
You do it?
I'm well.
Yeah.
Look at you, though.
Hey. Yeah.
Look at you. I'm so proud of you. Hey.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been a long time coming. So if you didn't know, I went to school at the University of Botswana with TKay.
Law school. Law school.
And to actually see him behind the mic, I mean, this has been a long time in the works, but also now look at the platform that you have opened for many others, but also how talented you are. So really big ups. I'm so proud of you.
Appreciate it, man.
And really, just great to see you. Like,
great to see
now
you.
My colleague is interviewing me on the next side. So amazing.
Full circle thing. And you give me a lot of great, kind words, but I want to say the same words and even more back to you because we're in the same class and nobody would imagine what the future looks like when you're sitting on those desks, right? You've become the person that you are, and I'm super, super proud of you, man, because not a day comes by and I don't see a headline on Facebook, on social media about the amazing, great work that you're doing. And for that, my good friend, congratulations, man.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. You're making the waves. But let's get into it. You are Moitshepi. You're the current BNYC chairperson and the co-founder of Youth Impact. When did this journey start and what does the two even mean?
Yeah, so thank you for that question. So let me just first start by my university days.
Yes.
I was very much an active young person who was always involved in something. All right,
How come I never saw this?
This was after school. Probably didn't see me much in class.
Yeah, well, that.
But I was always just involved in something. So,
right.
In the University of Botswana, I was part of a leadership group called the Young Women's Leadership Club.
Yes.
This was the patrons of Dr. Musime as well as Dr. Mokodi.
Nice.
And through that journey, we were very much involved in action research, but also just trying to ensure that we can be able to spread the feminist movement in the university.
Right.
And then during that time, I met my co-founder of Youth Impact, Noam Angrist. He came to the university.
Big shout out.
Yeah. He came to the University of Botswana as a Fulbright scholar. And I was there studying and also a part of this, club, at the university.
Right.
And then we spoke a lot about issues that were happening in Botswana. One of them was the sugar daddy phenomena.
Oh, yeah, I remember those days.
Exactly. So, there was a famous research paper that was done in Kenya, maybe I think 20 decades back.
Right.
But then it showed that, providing the knowledge or rather the information that all the partners are risky will, decrease teenage pregnancy by 28%. However, that research, that was done.
Yeah.
Was never scaled or never tested. So what we did initially was, to talk about this paper, to see the challenges that, are there in the University of Botswana. It's after every month end. So what we did was that we took that research paper and be able to action it in the Botswana context. So we started delivering a lot of our work around HIV prevention as knowledge, based on some of the things that had worked in the past, but then also tailored to the Botswana context. So our journey began there. You know, I was going to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
I was on that journey. I was on that path. But then, you know, when you have a calling and a purpose to be able to change, you know, health and education outcomes in the country, you move with that calling.
Of course, yeah.
So that journey began there, where we started an NGO. It was just a team of 4. Now we have.
I saw that.
Yeah. No,
I was like, how do people, just 4 people, grow into such a? You guys are what, 400, 200 staff members now?
Now we have 244 staff members.
Wow.
Spread out across, you know, the world.
Yes.
But also very much like youthful and a dynamic culture.
Yes.
And you know, one of my favorite quotes is by Margaret Mead, and it says that never doubt that a group of committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that has ever done so, right? If you have, you know, the passion, and if you have the energy
and the commitment,
you can be able to really make a difference, even in your space. So we began that journey of youth impact. We grew from one program to now we run a portfolio of programs. Our vision is to ensure that all young people thrive. We focus on the health and education space. We work very much close in hand with government, but also just to ensure that we can really make an impact and a contribution.
And you have made so much impact. I'm sure there's great feedback, right? However you test your success, there's been great successes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we'll talk about all the successes and all the other stuff that is involved in who you are. And then the BNYC.
Yes, so BNYC came about in the year 2019.
2019.
And this is a ministerial appointment position. So unlike, for example, other national youth councils in different countries, you may find that, you know, these positions, you are elected by young people.
Right.
So I think, you know, everyone always asks, like, why do you think that you were elected? First, to note, I am the first woman to be able to gain this position. And I wish, you know, more other young ladies
can get on it,
get on this boat. But it was really very much a ministerial appointment, and they look, you know, at your track record.
Yes,
we have been working. We've been putting in the work.
It's very colorful. It's very colorful.
2014, but also just really been a journey of lots of learning, but also just, you know, experiencing how to work closely with the government and actually make a difference in the young people's lives.
It's beautiful. She's in the building. You need to just text us 14962 as Miss Line. Call her and ask her questions. Drop a comment, whatever it is. Beautiful words, positive vibes only. 3956962. And for your WhatsApps, +267 3956962. Your chairperson is in the building. Your co-founder, Youth Impact, is in the building. We'll be back with more Moitshepi right after this. Spewing some bad things about Omarion. Okay, maybe not bad things, but they were just talking about the history of them and Omarion. I was like, oh man, I actually never really knew what was happening in the B2K. But for the music that they've given us, man, Realeboch. Very, 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 very grateful for at least my tender ages, my teenage age. I was used to do the B2K on stage and dance and all of that. But it's not all about that. It's all about Moitshepi, who is back in the studio. So we're back. And I love your smile, dude. Like, your smile is so infectious, dude. It's amazing. And one more time, I'm glad that you're here. And we're talking off air about how you are still single since 2016. Let me kill the music. How, Sway? Why? Don't tell me you're too busy for a love relationship.
No, I think I'm still very much open and looking, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not shy away from the prospects, and I believe so much in love. And I know that, you know, when that right person drops by, you know, it will be the right moment. So
we counted from 2016, right? You do the math. 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2020.
Oh my gosh, TKay, do you have to?
Just to put it into context, how many years you've been single? But does it mean for the chairperson of the BNYC, for the co-founder of the Youth Impact, there's never been any love thing going on? Be it like some... Do you believe in friends with benefits?
I think I understand the concept.
The concept, yeah.
But I would also really like to find my life partner.
Oh, yeah.
I think if you're always up to something, right? Like you probably don't focus on that area as
True.
you should.
As you should.
And not saying that, you shouldn't. But I think everything happens at its own right time. So
I like that.
So I have hope. And I'm not, giving up yet.
So I should plug you up? I should hook you up? I got brothers. What do you want? What do you want? Do you want B-Dub brothers? Because I got those. Do you want Nigerian brothers? I got those. Do you want Zimbabwean brothers? I got those. Plenty of those.
Where are you from, actually, TKay?
Zim.
You're Zim now?
Yeah.
I'm open. I have no particular, side.
You're Pan-African?
Exactly. Exactly.
Let's talk about Pan-Africanism. You are definitely a Zai, right?
Zai?
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't get that, right? So Nasty C says, I'm always out the country. I guess I'm a Zai. You were in Morocco not so long ago. You were in Namibia just recently. You were in Rwanda the other time. You're a Zai.
So I guess that's the term to go with.
Yeah, but what was happening? Please paint a picture of what was happening.
Yeah, there's so many things. So as you know, I wear the hat of being the chairperson of Botswana National Youth Council.
Yes.
And as BNYC, we have really tried very hard to be able to, strengthen our international collaborations.
Yes.
But also just to ensure that, national youth councils are represented.
Yeah.
But also we find, collaboration opportunities. So when I do travel, depending on what it is.
Right.
Like recently when we were in Morocco, in Rabat, it was the Pan-African Youth Union Summit,
right.
Where we also had our Honorable Minister of Youth, MacDonald Dumisara joining us.
Right.
So in that meeting, it was just basically, the theme was around forging partnerships and consolidating our gains to be able to ensure that we can achieve the African Renaissance agenda.
Right.
And we talked a lot about how can we be able to strengthen national youth councils.
I like that.
And as you know, national youth councils serve as a body to be able to coordinate youth serving organizations, but also to be the voice of young people. So those conversations were ongoing, and it's great that we can be able to position Botswana not only to be able to do great in the country, but also to ensure that we can forge partnerships with other national youth councils.
Do you know why I'm smiling this way?
Yeah.
How do you, dude, the way you speak, dude, when did you become such an orator and being so well spoken and eloquent like that? Has it always been like this? Did it also make it very easier for you to become a leader that you are? Because I'm like, yo, let's kill the music. I want to listen to this lady speak, right? And I'm sure you get all that feedback everywhere you go and you have to speak, right?
Yes, but I would say it has been a craft and a skill to learn. I always hear people when they say that whenever they're going to speak, they can speak from the heart, right?
Yes.
And I learned over the years that you need to practice.
Right.
And the more that you practice, the more that you can be able to
experience,
share. Yeah. And guess what? As leaders, the only way in which we can actually work together is if we learn how to communicate.
That's right. That's
and communication, no matter if you're from Botswana or from Zimbabwe or whatever, that mode of how we, present and speak to one another is how we can be able to understand each other, right?
Oh, man.
It's actually a skill that has been honed over the past years. But thank you so much.
You're incredible. And so for a person like that, have you ever had feelings that possibly a person in your status, position of leadership, brothers would be intimidated to even say, hi, what's going on? I want to take you out for dinner and all of that. Put a pin on that. Let's get this phone call. GabzFM, you live on air. Good morning.
Morning, it's Rapula in Lubasi. How are you? The Juice 2.0.
We're good, sir. How you doing?
Good. That lady in the studio seems to have a lot of knowledge of what is actually happening in and around our country with regards to the youth. I hope now they can mentor the youth and get them going in terms of the agricultural department, so that the land should be allocated the land, the tractor should be brought on site, the chemicals should be bought, and they should help the youth so that we can become sustainable with regards to our production of fruit and vegetables that Masisi has closed, that the president has currently closed. that lady should take an opportunity and benchmark in other countries, especially like South Africa, because South Africa is supplying a lot of fruit and veg to Southern Africa. So she should take a lot of advantage of that and see how she can assist the youth that are in this country.
All right. Thank you so much, Raps.
Bye.
Appreciate you. Good morning. All right. That's my brother, Mr. Raps, always on the Juice 2.0 and always on GabzFM. So do you want to comment on that? Any thoughts at all?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think that one of our biggest advantage that we have in Botswana, as well as, young people, is agriculture.
Right.
And it is a focus, for example, even when you look at the Youth Development Fund, it focuses on, to think about how young people could focus on agriculture.
Right.
Particularly at the Botswana National Youth Council, we have a farm that is in Tamaham.
Nice.
And what we're trying to do right now is to be able to turn it around so that it can be operationalized, where young people could be able to, go there, but also be able to, venture in their various agricultural fields, so that they can be able in turn to make money. And I do think that's the next vanguard of success as a country. We have the land. And, of course, we may face challenges with the rain, but we do have the land. So let's see how we can capitalize on that. So thank you for that comment.
I love that. All right, 7:54 is your time. Man, I can't go to any break because we just got to exhaust all about you in just a few minutes that we left here. So back to the other question about you in a position of authority, being a leader, status that you have now. The brothers might be intimidated. Yes? No? Maybe? Maybe. But I think if you know me, we sort of and I love a good time. Yes.
And I'm also very much from a humble, background.
Yeah.
So, if they're intimidated, that's on them. I would say I'm just...
You're open.
I'm very open.
What's a typical Moitshepi good time? What happens in that?
So many things.
Yeah.
I have two scenarios.
Uh-huh.
So the first one is if I'm just playing board games with my friends, chilling at home.
Dope.
I love that. And then the other part is if I'm around children.
Yes.
So either my niece and nephew, their friends, or even my friends' kids, just really bringing babies around me.
I
can do that for like 6 hours in a day. That's it. But that's really what I enjoy.
That's a good time for you.
Yeah, just like, because children are so smart.
Yeah, of course.
They're so intelligent.
Ooh.
I would love you, TKay, if you could interview a kid. Hey, I wonder how
that's an idea right there.
I wonder how that would turn out, because those guys just have brilliant minds. They're innocent, and also their view of the world.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love that.
Guys, we're doing kids one of these good days. We're interviewing kids one of these good days on the Juice 2.0.
That would be so fun.
That'll be dope.
That would be so fun.
So in a few minutes that we have left, Moitshepi, and I'm saddened by that. Is there any pressure that comes with trying to keep up a character of, I'm the leader of this youth impact? There's obviously an eye, right, from the people that you're leading first and foremost, and the people that you're trying to convince on the various visions that you have for the youth impact and the BNYC. Is there pressure that comes with maybe, I shouldn't be seen taking all these shots, man, too much. I shouldn't black out. I shouldn't. Is there a pressure that comes with that? And if there is, how do you deal with that?
So one of the things is when I wake up every morning, I know in my mind that I'm responsible for many people.
I like that word. Responsible.
It's not about me, but also I have been raised up by a community of people that wanted to see me excel, but also have coached me throughout the years.
Yes.
So I think knowing all of that, especially from a young age, I do, intentionally think about my actions, but also what I want to ensure I put out to the world. Because if you're representing many young people, it is a big responsibility. So
True.
I don't take, my presence
Yes.
or even where I am or what I say very lightly. I know that words are powerful.
Very.
And
actions even more powerful.
Actions even more powerful. So I have that at the back of my mind, whenever I'm interacting.
I think because of your position as well. Beautiful answer, by the way. You're talking about how you are raised up, which goes a long way into morphing you and creating the personality that you have. So at the end of the day, you're saying it's not just because I'm a leader and I'm responsible for this people, but I have this ingrained in me to be this kind of person.
Exactly.
And that is love the answer. So the last question before I let you go is how, because of your position again, you're rubbing shoulders with some of these amazing people, right? You're talking about the Minister of Youth. Also, can you tell him to come to the show, please?
Sure. Have you asked him?
I haven't, but I think you're closer to him than I am.
Okay, I mean, like he is very open and always such like willing to help out and also share.
Yeah.
So
please hit him up for me, man.
Absolutely.
And so how does it feel? The question I had in mind is, how does it feel rubbing shoulders with some of these amazing people in authority, big people in our society? And maybe if you can name drop some of the people that you rub shoulders with, so we appreciate, like, oh, it must be nice being you, huh?
I don't really like to name drop, but I would say that, as I said, when I walk up or even interact, I'm not just Moitshepi.
Right.
I am Moitshepi with many other people that I'm closely working with, and it's just been such an honor to be able to be in the presence. And you know, for example, I had the pleasure of being the first Motswana to be awarded with the Queen's Young Leaders.
There we go. So rest in peace, the Queen.
Yes, where I met Her Majesty, the Queen Elizabeth II. You know, I've met, for example, the likes of David Beckham.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Was he flirty?
Jimmy Choo. No, he was great.
Were you flirty?
Actually, what I told him is that I love his wife more than him. I mean, Victoria is awesome. I've had the pleasures of meeting Graça Machel and many other influential leaders, Fred Spanaka from ALU, and just very much in Botswana. I've had the pleasure of, you know, being in the presence of the leadership that's there, whether it is ministers, but also just like young people who are dynamite and doing great. So it has really been a journey, but I also don't take it, as I said, very lightly. I know that I'm not representing, you know, myself, but also really representing the thoughts and the ideas, as well as the visions of others.
I like that. So speaking of the thoughts and ideas of others and the vision, where do you see Youth Impact 5 years ago? What are some of the strides that you're trying to take? Obviously celebrating the milestones that are already on the ground. What then?
Absolutely. So our vision as Youth Impact is to ensure that all young people thrive, and we want to be able to reach 1 million young people. To date, we have reached 100,000 youth, but also in 10 countries. Wow. So our vision is to be able to expand and to ensure that whatever programs that we're doing have impact. But also to be able to be a thought leader in, you know, how can research as well as action meet together so that they could really make a difference. So it's just very much, you know, centered around growth, centered around, you know, continuously working with government to be able to support them. If you, for example, see in Botswana, we have high enrollment rates and as well as access, right? But we also have a challenge in terms of learning outcomes. So there's a long way that we need to do, particularly working in schools as well as with young people, to ensure that they can be able to really ensure that they grasp the concepts and grasp the knowledge that they need now, so that they can actually make, you know, an impact in their future. So I would say really focusing on turning around the education system and ensuring that we can be able to work with young people to be able to deliver impactful programs.
You know what? They couldn't have chosen a better person to forge that direction. And for that, because you're my friend, my colleague, I'm so happy and I'm excited for your life. Excited for your career.
Thank you so much.
And I'm excited for your love life, one of these good days, which is going to spark in just, what are we predicting, Kim? A week? A day?
For her to get a man.
Yeah.
I give her 3 months.
3 months!
The year will not end.
Jesus' name! Moitshepi, I appreciate you. I love you so much, sis.
I love you so much, TKay. Thank you so much. So proud of you.
Thank you so much.
And please keep pushing. Hey.
One time, you keep pushing until the next time we speak.
Yay.
One time.
Thank you, guys.
802 your time, the chairperson, BNYC. Lovely. Lovely. And the co-founder, the Youth Impact. Done just like that. 802 is your time, and from one great conversation into another great conversation. Dr. Siswile is in the building. You stay tuned. What's going on, YouTube? My name is TKay of the Juice 2.0. I'm just here to say thank you very much for checking our video, and click subscribe, like, and the notification button for more content just like that.